Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Mavericks. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them.
And, you know, for the Mavericks, they haven't needed any time to find their footing this season. The guys gelled right away. The coaching staff has done a terrific job. It's been a dream start to the year for them.
It's been nice to see the early puzzle pieces come together, complement one another, and they've really gotten off to a hot start.
And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Clarkson is the 2 with Osman the 3. Kevin Love out there with Nance, and it's Garland in at the point guard position. And for Dallas, we've got Luka Doncic. Porzingis is out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the power forward position.
Well, a great three-point shooting team for many, many years. The Cavs took a massive step backward last season, and their inability to score from downtown really cost them.
Capitalizing on the era, grinding out points, you gotta love it.
That's why you can't afford to just turn it over to him, because he's going to do stuff like that to make you pay just right down the throat.
Now here's Love. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Porzingis with the block, and he's able to get it back. And that one's good. Love.
Kevin Love all about positioning in there, battling and finding some space, keeping the play alive with that kind of activity.
1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game. Yeah, you know, you look at the problems the Cavaliers have had on offense, Brent, second to last in the league in total points a season ago.
Yeah, they just didn't have shooters, Kevin, so really hard to get back into games where you have 10 and 12-point deficits and nobody to drill shots from the three-point line. They were okay inside the arc, but that ability to shoot, boy, that helps.
Stolen by Clarkson. An even 3-on-3 break from 18 feet away. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They went to Cleveland for their last meeting with the Cavaliers, and they came out with the win.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Now their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
Garland, the pass to Love. Here's Nance, and Nance slams it in.
Now Love has a knack for recognizing when a teammate's going to break wide open.
The pass to Finney-Smith. Love grabs the board.
After nailing the first 4 shots of the game, some relief for the defense. They finally missed one. Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
The Mavericks have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Brokoff passes to Porzingis. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Early on, Brent, what are some of the intangibles you look for in a team that may be taking the next step?
First of all, is the player who's returning that's shouldering most of the responsibility, is he any better than last season, Kevin? Now, has there been some growth in his game? Secondarily,
the great ones always grow.
They always do, and they're really sharp usually coming out of summertime, and they're ready to go. Second thing is, has the roster been tinkered with a little bit or tweaked a little bit to enhance what it is that the skill set of the star player is going to provide for their team throughout the next 8 months of the season?
Now, here's Garland. 9 points last game out.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porzingis.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Garland with the bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Floats one, and Clarkson with the layup.
Such a tough shot to master there. Clarkson feeling more and more comfortable, it looks like, with that floater.
And the dunk by Doncic.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
And it new group getting ready for Dallas. Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Jackson, he's checked in for Doncic. And it's Lee in for Hardaway. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Henson's checked in for Nance. Jerebko comes in for Kevin Love. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Clarkson. And it's Colin Sexton in for Garland.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Henson. Not going to go that time. And it's Dallas the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
And talking with the coaching staff, they said in that game they did a great job of not settling. Keep working the ball around, finding the best look. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Here's Sexton following the score by Dallas. And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That is his first foul of the game. 54 seconds left in the first. And Cleveland with another turnover here. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And the difference in that one, the efficiency from range. They really focused on getting good looks.
It looked like the directive in that game was that they wanted to attack, and all that work that they put in on the perimeter turned into a big night from deep.
Now here is Dellavedova. No points in the game yet for him. First trip to the line for him here.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
The Australian-born Matthew Dellavedova, another success story from the land down under.
Dallas leading by 6. Barea, the pass to Kleba, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And the game plan is clear. Work the ball inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
.26 seconds left to play here in the first. Now, here's Sexton, guarded by Barea. Sexton with it. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Heat in Miami.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
He's a threat from there. You can't afford to give Delly any room if you're the defense. That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Off the inbound pass. That shot missing.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
They've got Marjanovic. Curry is out there with Lee. And there's Jackson. And it's Kleba in at the power forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Free throw good, Sexton.
Colin Sexton describes himself as a combo guard who likes to stay in attack mode and is very explosive. When he sees a gap and he gets into seams, he gets down there and tries to make some things happen.
And Sexton, a combo guard, thus far more of a scorer than probably a playmaker.
I think that's really what he's aiming for. He likes to watch film on Russell Westbrook and James Harden, and as we know, Kevin, watching those two play, they are very hungry and thirsty to score on a nightly basis. I think that's where Colin is pretty much laying the foundation of his game.
Brent, so many state-of-the-art arenas being built. Which feature do you think is most important?
Oh, the hot dog machine. What are we doing,
popcorn, right
and
next
the popcorn.
to it.
What else,
and
Kevin?
then the popcorn.
Yeah,
right there.
nachos.
I love nachos.
Okay.
You love nachos.
What else? I mean, what else could we go with there?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah,
that's
right?
a big one.
Because when you've done with all that other stuff, you've got to somehow kind of coat your stomach.
Yep.
You
Was
don't
this
feel bad about it.
basketball related, or did we go somewhere else?
All a
with it?
part of the whole conversation.
I think we covered it. I saw a green light there, Kevin, but D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
And that one's good, Marjanovic. And so here's Cleveland, 8-point game. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. Passes it to Henson. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Zinkis, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Justin Jackson. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Clarkson's checked in. Now, here's Sexton. A good portion of their scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Selected with the 8th pick back in the 2018 draft, Colin Sexton, the main reward for the Cavs after the Kyrie Irving trade.
Sexton wearing the same number 2 jersey as Irving doesn't feel the need to measure up to expectations created by Kyrie. Cavs fans, though, hope he does.
Ryan Brokoff's checked in for the Mavericks. Larry Nance is checked in for the Cavaliers. And Henson sends it back. Here's Clarkson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. The Mavericks making the shot. And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul.
And still early in the period, and they're only one foul away from being over the limit.
Love's checked in for the Cavaliers. Garland comes in for Jonas Jerebko.
Well, that's in rhythm and right on target, as Sexton has a very well-rounded offensive game and playing in control now.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Porzingis.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
The Cavaliers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Clarkson, it's interesting for him. He's not really a point guard and not really a shooting guard, so trying to find ways to stay in the game and stay aggressive and do whatever is asked of him to earn minutes.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Ryan Brokoff. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Nance finds Love. Now Sexton, guarded by Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. Clarkson once again off the mark by Cleveland. Mavericks leading by 5. Poked away, out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Doncic.
He's been playing a much bigger role in their offense over the past 5 games. It comes across in his usage rate, which has gone up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, last season, Kevin Love suffering the toe injury in the very first exhibition game. He'd be ready to carry the load, but surgery and a long rehab set him back.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Mike Powell comes in for Marjanovic, and Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Hardaway.
This is what you get with Kevin Love. He can slide down to play the center position, and obviously he's a great stretch force, so that's some flexibility.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And Nance kicks to Clarkson. Back to Nance. Got a piece of it. Outside, Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And now an 8-point Maverick lead. And after playing as the second, or even, Greg, the third option behind LeBron James, Kevin Love embracing a bigger role.
give him a lot of credit. He sacrificed stats to help Cleveland win a title. Intriguing to see what he can accomplish when he's set loose.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Berea's checked in. Now, here's Garland. He's covered closely. Porzingis with the block. 1:33 left in the first half of basketball. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Garland dishes to Nance. Garland, the pass to Sexton. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
Well, creating something off of the dribble. Nice job with the bounce. I like watching Jordan Clarkson when he's in go-go mode.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And here's Love for 3. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just 1 so far. A nice shot by Berea. Berea's got the lead up to 12 now for the Mavs.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Now, here's Clarkson. Tight defense on him. Nance outside. The 15-footer, good. Nance has got 6 points.
Well, the more he hits that, the more it's going to open up some opportunities and some spacing for Larry Nance Jr. to make plays.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Sexton has it in the corner. Porzingis against Love. He feeds it to Nance. And the jam by Larry Nance.
Used to getting pushed around a little bit, Larry Nance Jr. does a nice job of finding enough room to score.
2 on the clock. Here's Powell. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
1 eye on the rim, 1 eye on the clock. Nice job.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with a wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
And so it's Dallas with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 12 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
Straight out of Slovenia, Luka Doncic already exceeding expectations.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Tipping off the second half, here's John Beilein's 5. Assman and Love are the forwards. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Garland. And it's Nance in at the center. Here's Clarkson. Nance outside. Back to Osman. Now here's Garland. He's guarded closely. And the movement to bring the NBA back to Seattle, the Pacific Northwest. Brent, you played there half a decade. I know you've got fond memories. How much does that city love the NBA?
The Seattle fans are incredible and I don't
Now,
know how
and
much,
knowledgeable.
Yes, and how much longer do we have to keep talking about how we want a team in Seattle?
One of the great cities in this country.
A fantastic place to play, to live, and the city is starved to get the Sonics back up there in the green and gold.
And they'll support them.
Oh, there's no question about it. So the time is ticking, and everybody's excited about the opportunity in the near future for the team to return.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Love. Lays it up off the glass. Love's got 5 now.
And Kevin Love getting comfortable on the inside on that possession. He's got the size and touch to be effective around that arc.
And the rejection by Love. With the floater. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Drills the three-pointer. Clarkson's got it back down to single digits for the Cavs. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And Dallas going with the whole new group out there. Then for the Cavaliers, John Henson's checked in for Nance. Jerebko comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Clarkson. And that one, good.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season. In third, the Mavericks.
And you know, when your team has a lot of assists, it's testimony to the unselfishness, the patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
Osman kicks to Garland. And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Osman, guarded by Jackson. And it's Osman missing.
So that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Misses the 3.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And they pick up 2. Lee's got the lead up to 13 now for the Mavs.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
The great assessment. Good report. Thank you so much. It's Curry with the drive. Dallas moving it around. Here's Kleba. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Kleba's got 5.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
In a coaching hire by the Cavaliers that caught most off guard, John Beilein had led the Michigan Wolverines for 12 seasons, their all-time leader in coaching wins.
Well, there was also talk the year prior about John Beilein joining the Detroit Pistons organization, so finally making the jump to the NBA, where it's a much different challenge. It's going to be very interesting to see how it is that Coach Beilein implements a lot of his offensive schemes that were so successful in college.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Here's Sexton, and that one off the back of the rim and in. He's got 9.
Letting Sexton fall into that kind of rhythm, that's a disaster for the defense. They got to be better.
Barea finds Lee, and here is Curry, defended by Sexton. Here's Powell, right through the D for the layup. Powell's got 4 points this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Lee with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Mavericks shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
For the Cavaliers, Nancy's checked in for John Henson. Kevin Love comes in for Jetty Osman. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Matthew Dellavedova. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And so Sexton will bring it up for Cleveland. Down by 15. Over to the left wing. Here's Love. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Love's got 7 points.
Sexton realizing that one of his guys is wide open, and that court awareness, he was able to get it to him.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. Their lead at 15 going into the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platform.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Brokoff in at the point guard. The first one falls.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
Both good from the line that time.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Oh, Nance in position. Porzingis with the steal. Brokoff passes to Powell, and the shot is good. And the Mavericks lead by 19.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Now here's Jerebko, guarded by Doncic. Jerebko can't get it to go.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Shots good by Clarkson.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Doncic finds Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Love inside, Powell on him, and it's Love missing.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
And Love throws it down.
That's great connection between teammates as Kevin Love makes himself available as a big target.
Brokoff passes to Porzingis. Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. If you were commissioner, Brent, of the NBA, would you add or alter any rules right now?
Wow. First of all, I think you get to fly on a really nice plane wherever you're going, and you get to go to any game you want to.
Yes.
So sign me up
with
for that job.
With courtside seats, by the way, too.
Add or alter any NBA rules. I think the game is in a pretty good place right now, Kevin. And there's not much that I think is out there for us to change.
It seems like All-Star Weekend and the length of the season seems to be two pretty prominent things that continually come up.
Yeah, and as far as the question, I guess my head was going to things that are on the floor.
I was thinking that too, but I couldn't think of anything that really...
On the floor, it's tough to figure out something that could be adjusted, and I know Adam Silver and David Stern before him, all of their concern mostly is about the optics of the game.
Yes.
And right now, it's in a pretty good spot.
It's very pleasing to watch, there's no doubt. Garland, he's checked in for Sexton. Good on both. Brent, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win for
I'd like to see more.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
Porzingis can't hit.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in. Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Here's Doncic. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Dwight Powell comes in for Doncic. And Barea subbed in for Hardaway. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Knight against Barea. Pass to Windler. Now here's Porter. Lets the three fly. And the rejection by Marjanovic.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Mavericks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Porzingis.
Just active on defense, little things like clawing and scrapping and tipping passes and contesting shots. Came up with a lot of steals.
And Prokop pulls it down. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice statistic.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
And there's the pass to Powell. Here's Finney-Smith. Here's Marjanovic. And the shot goes in.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to David. Thank you as always.
Looking at my kids through the blinds.